All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome back. You got Scott and AJ here for It's Golf O'Clock, or it's always Golf O'Clock. We are here for what is this, episode 12? Hard to believe.
Episode 12, buddy. Episode 12.
Consistency. Yeah, we got several topics this week, as we do every week. Talk about some golf first, and in the end, we'll get into our football pick'em weeks for again.
Whoa,
Again,
whoa,
we'll,
whoa.
we'll do four,
Exciting week.
yep,
Exciting week.
four key college games and then four key pro games. But yeah, on that note, you want to start out with your thoughts on the final of the FedEx Cup?
Yeah, my thoughts are pretty simple. Scotty Scheffler is a
Yeah.
machine, dude.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. I watched a little bit of it over the weekend. Um, and he's really, really good.
Yeah.
I sent you a video. I don't know if you saw it on Instagram
No.
either, about Scotty Scheffler hitting a shank, and a reporter asked him, what happened there? And Scotty's like, well, the hosel comes down and started, just gave a great, the irons like this, and the hosel came down. If you hit the ball on the hosel, it goes this way. It was hilarious. Kind of just what happened, and
But
shows,
that's
it
why
shows
he's
that he's
so
still
good.
human, and he
That's,
can still make mistakes.
that's why he's
But
so good is because he just lets it, he moves on from the mistakes and
gone, just
on.
gone from it. So, just an unbelievable year for Scotty Scheffler. Probably one of the better ones I can remember. 99, 2000, 2001 Tiger,
Right.
um, were really up there that I remember and really remember watching. But this year from Scotty Scheffler, especially I would say in this era of golf, probably the best year we've seen. Guy was just unflappable through the whole year. So
Right.
congratulations to him, and
Well
you know,
deserved. He's good, seems like a great guy, and
yeah,
just thinks
very
not just
humble,
from a
very
golf
humble.
perspective, but just yeah, a very humble person. So
And it was a great season, I thought, for golf all around.
yeah,
They talk a lot about, a lot of people have left because of Live and PGA Tour, and they're all fighting and everything like this. I think it was a very, enticing season to watch golf. If you watch golf and you really enjoy it like we do, there was a lot of topics. I think the Full Swing on Netflix is awesome. It
oh
really
yeah, I
kind
can't
of
wait
gets
for
you
the next
into it.
season.
Wait for next season. I watched them all. You really kind of get you into their thoughts and what they do. Um, so I was excited to watch that and watch the year, and as the year went on, the majors were fantastic. I thought this year, just really exciting stuff. And it was really nice to see Live and PGA Tour come together a little bit during those majors. And there's a
Right.
lot more talks, and we're going to talk about here in a second about a new thing hot off the presses we heard about today. That's going to bring a couple of these guys together. It's going to be really, really cool. But congratulations to him, all the PGA Tour
Yeah,
guys.
let me pull
It's
up
great, yeah.
the final
Yeah.
standing.
Yeah.
Just go through it real quick. Here. All right. So yeah, we got the final
Yeah.
standings up.
I mean, the
Uh,
guy was 30 under par. He started
yeah,
at 10. He shot 20 under. The
right.
dude shot 20 under, man.
Crazy.
Like nothing, unflappable. Just an unbelievable round of golf. And he did, like, his whole thought was, somebody's gonna have to beat me. And they're gonna
Right.
have to play unbelievable golf to beat me, because I'm gonna stay right up there. And no pressure, no, just played the game the way
And
it
the
needs
week
to play.
before he finished in the bottom, but he still
Yeah.
kept his cool for this one. He knew what he had to do and didn't let it
Don't let
phase
it
him.
bother him. Don't let it bother
Yeah.
him. So it's
Nope.
it's great. I'm looking at this and I see Kyle Morikawa,
I'm
doing
happy for him.
solid.
I like that guy.
I do
I,
too. I do too. I
yeah.
thought he had a great tournament, and he did have a great tournament and a great year too. How about Russell Henley jumping up there like
Oh,
that? That's pretty awesome too. So Xander
Xander.
Schauffele's there. Obviously, he had a
Yep.
great year. If Scotty didn't have such a great year, I would say Xander Schauffele winning two majors this year was definitely somebody who would probably be up for player of the year talk and everything like that. But
Great.
Adam Scott, great to see him back and playing well again.
I'm glad to
Your
see
boy
this.
Shane Lowry.
Yeah, like him up there. Just seems like he seems like another good family guy. Just a good Irishman. Just seems like a really good person.
Yep. So you see Rory right there.
Mhm.
You hate to say he had a disappointing year. I think he won two times, maybe three times this year. But you didn't hear a lot from him. You know what I mean? It was like, a lot of times when Rory wins those big events, there's a lot of talk about him, and just didn't hear a lot from. I didn't hear. I don't remember hearing a lot from him. So
No, but the key was he was still a little, he's still pretty consistent with
yeah,
what finished in the top 10, but he's got, I think this is top 10 finishes right here. Yeah.
yeah,
So he still had 7 top 10.
yeah.
So
So,
I would,
but
I
it could
would
be.
take that in my golf career, but
I
yeah,
would.
those
I would
guys
take
are
one.
also pros. So,
I would just like to make a tournament. How about
right.
that? I'm like
Right.
not even talking about top tens,
Right.
but you know, you see some guys in here that you don't see a lot, like Ludwig Oberg.
Yeah.
Excited to see that young kid, and he's a really good player, and I think
It
he's
was
just
good to see
continuing to get
Justin
better.
Thomas back up there in the top 15, man.
Yeah, but hey, he didn't make the President's Cup. He didn't put him on the
No,
President's Cup this year,
no.
which was interesting. But hey, that's good. Billy Horschel getting getting it back into form. Tony Finau playing well. So it was a good year. It was a really
Yeah.
good year, and I'm excited that we're getting to next year. And now, like, you know, they'll have some fall events and everything like that coming up, and get the start of that season going,
Yep.
and then we will go from there. But you know, we want to talk about some hot news off the press that I heard about today, and I shared with you
All
here
right.
before we started our little podcast.
Yeah, I didn't hear
So
about this till you told me. So,
yeah, so this is exciting news. So I think we're kind of getting close to PGA Tour and Live coming together, and they've had talks and they've had different discussions. Well, everybody's seen the matches, and the matches have been great. Watching Tiger and Phil go at it a couple times, and they bring some other celebrities in and everything like that. Well, they're kind of going off that. It's not the match, but it's something like near the match and close to the match, where
right.
they're going to have Rory McIlroy and Scotty Scheffler teaming up, and they're going to be going up against Bryson DeChambeau and Brooks Koepka in
Right.
a TV battle. It's going to be in Vegas. We don't know anything about it really. We just know it's coming together to happen. And you
Yep.
talk about, you know, Live and PGA Tour battle. This is what I'm
I
talking
think,
about, man. This is
yeah, I'm
exactly what I would love to
I'm
see.
looking, we
I
should have
would
it. We
love
should have a cookout for this one.
I know. I would love to see something in the future where you have two different tours like this, kind of like an AFC and an NFC coming
Right.
together and having like a Super Bowl. This would
Right.
be really, I think it would be great. And do like a Ryder Cup weekend format, something like that, you know, alternate shot. And I'm not saying it starts with these guys here. Let's expand this to like 15 players or something like that.
Right.
And let the top 15 get at it and battle it out. And you talk about
I
just
personally think
great
it would
TV,
be,
man. Oh, I think it'd be
I
awesome.
think it'd be great for the game of golf. If you're watching
Awesome.
this, put your comments
Yeah.
below what you think on this moving forward and if they
If
should
Tiger
continue
Woods
this.
and Phil Mickelson as the captains for the first year,
Right. Oh,
I'd
that
be
would be
dialing it in, man.
that I think that would be awesome. No, I think this is good for golf and I think what happened this year and it seemed like the golfers seemed to get along a lot better this
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
With what happened at the US Open. I think that helped the game too. With you got DeChambeau winning that with on the live side, with Rory competing from the PGA side, and uh,
That was such a good ending and it's over.
yeah, and then you had guys from each winning the majors and um and then obviously Scotty. Yeah, I think Scotty's definitely still the best golfer in the world. Take out the PGA or live, no matter what. He's
But
lights
think
out.
about this. Let's think about this. You have John Rahm, Brooks Koepka, Bryson DeChambeau, Dustin Johnson, Phil,
Sergio.
Sergio. You can get, you know, Abraham Answer.
Mhm.
I mean, listen,
Cam, what's it?
Patrick Reed's
Cam,
on it.
yeah,
You got a lot of
right.
guys that are on Live Tour, and then going up against guys like Scotty Scheffler, Rory McIlroy, Justin Thomas, Ricky Fowler, you know, Colin Morikawa, Xander Schauffele. Oh my gosh, it would be awesome TV,
Yeah.
awesome TV.
I
So
I agree. I agree
hopefully
with you there, but
hopefully some guys from the PGA Tour and Live Golf are watching our podcast and they
right,
can, hey, those guys got some good ideas. I'll tell you right now, I'd be the first one out
right,
there broadcasting. If you want to put me out on the course, we'd
right.
have a good old time out there
Well,
together.
I know DeChambeau's got a good YouTube channel. We could mention him, see if we
Yeah.
get any views from that or comments or anything. But yeah, I mean, obviously, here's the article about it from
Yep.
Golf Week. I'm sure you can find it on other publications too. But if you want to read about it, just go to Golf Week. I believe this is actually from earlier today.
Yeah,
Actually
it came out
yesterday.
today. I heard about it today.
Yeah,
Heard about it today.
this looks like this was written yesterday. Yeah, actually today at
Okay.
8:55 a.m.
Yep.
So Eastern time. So yeah, if you want to read about it, go to Golf Week. look up the TV battle between Live and
Yeah.
PGA, but I'm looking forward to that too, like you.
I would love for this to go into
Right,
something
when
like
is this?
every year we have like a, like in December, like a Ryder
Right,
Cup format where they play, or even maybe at the end of the year, like end of August, beginning of September, something like that. You know what I mean?
right.
Where they have a
Um,
big battle between the two programs. It would be awesome.
did they didn't announce a date, did they?
They do not. Sometime in December, I think they're ironing out the details of it and everything like that. It sounds like it's going to be in December sometime, and it's
We
in
need to
Vegas.
have a cookout and watch that.
Yeah, that'd be great. I'm pumped for it. So, uh,
Cool. All right.
so,
Let me
great news.
I'll close this out, or I'll stop sharing my screen, and we'll
There we go.
kind of go on and talk about what we had, that the round of golf in the Meadowlands.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
a
Round of
still
golf in
a good
Meadowlands.
course. It was tough. Mostly, you know, I didn't feel like we really hit the ball bad. My score, would have said otherwise, but I think
Well, we
it
got a
played tough
first
because of the weather.
the weather. They got 3 inches of rain
Right. Car path
the night
only.
before, so we were car path only. So it was soaking wet out there. I think the aerated greens about 2 to 3 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, I think it was, and I was disappointed.
Mhm.
And usually I'm not, and I can deal with it, but with the rain they had, they weren't able to get the mowers on there, so it was they didn't roll true. It was a they're not
Right.
bad. Don't get me wrong, they're not bad. I was
Rain
just
or not, I think a few of them still needed some work. I mean, I
yeah
still recommend the course. I think some of the others, like Bryan Park that we've played, is definitely better, in better shape. Champions and Players course,
yeah
but it was good to get back out there.
yeah. It was good. I mean,
But
the layout's a tough layout. Hale Irwin design.
narrow.
It is very narrow. You've gotta play smart. I actually did not strike the ball well at all. I was really poor off the tee. Didn't hit my irons very well. Crazy thing is I didn't lose a ball, which
Yeah.
doesn't make any sense. Um, uh, Putted and chipped really not bad. Like, I didn't putt and chip bad. But that kind of saved my game. I think, I was able to
Yeah,
get
no,
up
I
on a
think that's
line.
where mine hurt me because I really got off the tee box pretty well. You saw.
Yeah, yeah, you
I
did.
hit my irons pretty well because most of the holes out there, except for the one par three, we won't say what happened there. But
This is an adventure.
yeah, but I hit my clubs well. It was just the putts. Like, I mean,
Yeah,
the putts, like, yeah, just did not roll true. A lot of it was due to the weather, and just very,
yeah.
very, very slow, even for what bent grass or whatever they have. But yeah, now you
So
get some heat and on those, and the
yeah,
roll better.
yeah. So on the flip side of it, you had to work Labor Day, unfortunately, but
Right.
Alex, or my cousin, and I went to and played an early round at Jamestown Park
Oh, nice.
golf course, and that course was in Carpath only again because they got some rain the day before, so it was Carpath only. Pretty busy on the holiday, which was
Mhm.
different than what we played the weekend or two before. But the greens were awesome and they were fast. Scotty, I don't even know if I want to tell you what I did. Well, I'm gonna tell you what happened to my putter. My putter and I had a discussion on the way home,
I saw you benched your
and
putter.
we're putting it on the bench. We're going to the relief. We're gonna go with a different putter. We're gonna put the backup quarterback in, and putter's gonna be benched for a little while. Worst putting performance I've had in my entire life ever,
Wow.
ever. I had 9 3 putts.
Damn.
I haven't had nine
You
three
still probably
putts.
shot in the
I
80s though.
haven't. I did. I shot 88. Here's the thing that's frustrating about it. I hit I hit 10 of 14 fairways. I struck the ball beautifully. I hit 13 of 18 greens, okay? And I had 42 putts.
Damn.
Like I swear to God, I three putted 9 holes.
If you're listening to this and you're just starting out at golf, if you're a beginning golfer, that is key. Work on your short game.
Yeah.
Look how many strokes that saves people.
And I had bad reads, but I was just not I mean I had no feel around the green. I was very, very disappointed. Um, because usually my goal is to be under right around 30 putts and under. And I had 42. So if I take 10 shots off of my putting, right? That's a 32 putts, which is right where I'm usually at. I shoot a 78.
Right.
and I have birdie putts left and I had birdie putts left and right, and I would hit them. I swear to you, Scotty, I swear to God, I hit about 7 edges, and they hit the edge, went down halfway in the cup, and then whipped out and went 6 feet by.
That middle finger was coming out of the golf hole at your golf
It
ball, right?
was I was and the more and you know the way I play, I get pretty hot out there sometimes.
Mhm.
I was trying to stay as calm and cool as possible. And even Alex said something to me about it. Alex was like, I don't know why you're so calm right now because you're putting terribly. I was like, I know. We had another group playing with us, another twosome playing with us, and there was a female, a husband and wife, and I didn't want to be, my normal AJ blow up here, but I was very, very frustrated. Didn't lose a ball.
Do you think it was
I,
because it was so slow a couple of days before and then you had to adjust, or do you
I
think
do, I
it was
do. I think especially early
Mhm.
it was like that. And then when it dried out a little bit, they even got
Oh yeah.
faster. And I was putting myself, even though I was hitting greens, I was putting myself in really tough spots, like on the wrong side of a
Right.
ledge or something like that. And I just never got the feel for the greens. Now the week before or 2 weeks before when we
Yeah.
went and played there, I think I had like 28 putts or 29 putts, and I was rolling everything right into the cup.
And see,
So
I think
I
that
think it
was the
does have
thing
something to do.
about
Now it was different greens. It was different greens. Those were bent that we played on Saturday, and then we played
right.
Bermuda, and it was two totally different
I
grass and
think
greens.
that's the thing about Saturday too, is when we played like the the greens never really got faster at all, even though it was the sun was starting to come out. Like you saw what my ball did on the last hole. I
Oh,
had that chip shot and it plugged right in the green because it was
it,
so
it like it didn't even plug in the green. It
it
was
was
like halfway down into the green. It
right, right. I
was on
had
its
to
way to China.
right. But no,
Yeah,
that's
it's pretty crazy. But it
yeah,
was a
it was
so
wet.
so so that was a lot of putts on my part. Um, and it was frustrating because I was hitting the ball extremely well, and it could have been a really good round. When Alex and I play, we play. I give him 5 shots aside, and we tied the first one. He won the front nine, I won the back nine at Meadowlands, and he beat me both times. I beat him by 2 strokes, 2 strokes on each hole, on each nine. And it was no reason for it. It was all due to short game and putting, and my putting was atrocious. But it's okay. So we're gonna put the putter in the bag for a little bit. We're gonna go to the Scotty Cameron, and I've got the putting mat out here. I found my little putting mirror and everything that I was looking for, and
Putting
um,
there, nice.
yeah, Shelly put it on top of something, and she's like, "Yeah, I could have told you it was there." I was like, "I've been
Um,
asking you where my putting mirror was for the last month."
real
Uh,
quick, uh, so how many strokes you can get me next time we play?
I'll give you 5, 5 and 9.
All right. We'll see how that goes. I probably won't
Well,
be
and
able to play.
here's the thing. What's going to happen? Here's what we're going to do.
I
So
probably won't be able to play till the end of September, but
we'll start at 5 and 9. Okay, 5 and 9. So we got 2 rounds, 5 and 9, right? If I beat you, it'll go to 6 and 9. If you beat me, it'll go to 4. So we go up and
hey,
down. That's
yeah.
what Alex. So next time I play Alex, he beat me twice, so he's going to be at four shots per nine. And we'll just do it. So every night, so you can adjust. So I'll give you 5 to start, and see what we do. And
Kind of like the FedEx Cup, you know.
but the thing about golf, and this is what I love about golf, is it doesn't matter how good you are, how good I am. I could be the best player in the world. You could be the worst player in the world. And if I'm giving you 20 shots, and it evens things out. And that's
Mhm.
the great thing about the sport is you could be playing with different people at different levels all the time and still competing and still having a good time and getting those juices flowing and everything
Why
like
they have handicaps.
and that's why I have handicaps. And that's what's great about this sport is you could be a 30 handicap and playing with somebody who I'm a 7 handicap right now. You can be playing with me and we can actually compete. And like I was trying, man. I was looking at the scorecard. I was like, man, I got to gain a stroke here, gain a stroke there. We were getting into it. And it was great for Alex because tomorrow is his finals of his work tournament. So if he wins the championship. So he's really dialed in right now, and he shot 92. I think it was 92. I shot 88. He shot 92, and he's like, if I play like that, that's pretty much bogey golf. He's like, I will win my match. So
Nice.
he's pretty excited about that. So I'm hoping that he's dialed in, ready to go, and we'll find out a little bit more about him. I'll find out a little bit more about it, later in the week or
Cool.
next week. So
Well, let's dive into the last segment here. So, football season. Obviously, we did our
so
thoughts last
exciting.
week. I know you picked Texas to win national championship. I picked Georgia. Both teams looked really good. I
Both
think
teams look really good. I'll
Texas
tell you,
had I
let's talk
think
about one,
Texas had the easier opponent.
of course.
Now they scored more points, if I remember correctly, but Georgia looked pretty good against what is still a pretty good, decent Clemson team.
What do we
You know,
think?
they're kind of
I'm telling
not
you right now, man,
real.
ACC is down.
Yes, it's gonna be interesting to see what happens in them long term. But
How about
so we
Florida State?
picked,
How about Florida State? Let's
yeah,
talk about that.
yeah.
Rough. So,
We
so we've
picked
got
what, four
picks. So
games?
we got 4 college games and then 4 NFL games that we're going to
Right.
pick. And we will start next week having guest pickers come on and have a guest pickers thing. So we're not going to do this week because we kind of just thought about this last minute. But so guest pickers will begin next week. So we're going to have a whole bunch of people. I'd love to get Bryson DeChambeau on here, maybe.
Right.
Hey, come on in.
All
Yeah,
right,
we'll
let me
see.
share my screen. I got the spreadsheet up
Here we
here.
go.
We'll
All
go ahead
right.
and put this up and fill it out. So, all right, we got the college games first. So, yeah, you got what, Iowa State at Iowa.
Iowa State at Iowa. You know, a big rivalry game here for the Midwest part of the country. I've known people that have gone to both these schools, and both these schools hate each other. Like it is a good rivalry game. But you know, I am going to go with the home team here and go with the Hawkeyes.
Mhm.
I think they got a pretty good defense, and you know, I just think that's think they're gonna win this one. What do you think?
They struggled a little bit at first in their game, but then they turned it on, if I remember correctly. So I have been to Iowa State before, not to Iowa. Ames, Iowa is a good college town. Interesting story for there, but not appropriate to say on here. But you've heard that story before.
I have.
Nothing I did, something that happened to me there. But um, Iowa State's great place. Their program is a lot better than it was way back in the day. Um, they always play my alma mater, Kansas State, and what I guess is termed now the Farmageddon, which
Mhm.
is funny. And Iowa State won that the last few years. But I think I'm gonna have to go. I don't really mind Iowa State, but I'm like you. I think I'm gonna have to go with Iowa in this one too. I think right now they're just more of the better team. So
All right, you got first on the next one, buddy.
Tennessee at NC State. So I like both of these teams. I think right now one's kind of a little farther along or a little bit better than the other one. I think NC State's still a decent team, but they struggled a little bit at first in the game against what was it, Western Carolina, I
Western
believe.
Carolina. Yep. Yep.
Um, as much as I like NC State, I think Tennessee's gonna win this one.
Okay.
I guess I should put UT, but it's also Texas too. So, but
All right. Well, okay. So I watched NC State. I'm a big fan of their quarterback. Guy transferred from Coastal Carolina.
yep.
You know, we actually looked at him when I was at Charlotte working, and kid's a good player, really, really good player. And they got that receiver that scored those 3 touchdowns. You know, I am going to go with the home team here, and I'm going to go upset with Tennessee with NC State.
Oh, nice.
I think I think they got a lot of those jitters out.
Mhm.
Um, Grayson McCoy. McCoy's the guy's name, the quarterback, by the way. Just kidding.
What's the rankings? I don't remember between.
Tennessee is 15 and NC State right now is 24 or 21, I believe.
Nice. So we
So,
need
so
to. We'll
that's
have
a,
to try to put those next week for the
yep,
games we
yep.
choose. But
So I know South Carolina and Kentucky are not ranked, and
yeah.
Iowa State is 23. Iowa's 23, and Iowa State's not.
Mhm.
But South Carolina, Kentucky.
Go ahead. You're first on this
Yeah,
one.
so I watched the South Carolina game a little bit. I got a really good friend of mine and one of the guys who worked for me when I was over at Charlotte as their head football trainer. Great dude at Old Dominion. And honestly, Old Dominion gave that game away.
Hmm.
So I think it's an SEC battle, an early SEC battle. I think both teams have a lot to prove. And I'm going to go with Kentucky here because I think they're just a better team. I think South Carolina is not as good as they were the last year and a half.
Right.
So I'm gonna go with the Wildcats.
Yeah. So I kind of agree with you there. I don't really have anything for or against either of these teams. I think Kentucky's the better team right now. I think they didn't even get to finish their game because of weather. I believe it
Yeah,
got canceled
three
it
quarters, right? It was like three
third quarter,
quarters.
but they were already up like 30-0 or
Yeah,
something. Now
31
I
nothing.
don't
Yep.
I don't think they were playing anybody too tough at the time, um but yeah, I think Kentucky's the better team. I'm a big Beamer fan. I like the guy. Probably a little bit on the hot seat possibly right now, but and I hope he gets South Carolina going, but I think Kentucky's going to win this one too. So all right, I
Big
guess
game, the big game,
yeah,
game
this is
there and
the
everything.
the big game. I think I know which way you're going in this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is a tough one. Obviously, got Michigan coming off the national championship. They had they won their game again this week, and I don't remember who they played, but Texas won theirs pretty big too, as they should have. I I just can't pull myself to root for Texas right now. Um, I mean, I think they're a good team. I think Michigan's still got some experience from that national championship, but it's at the big house too. We all know how hard it is to win in the big house. Can Texas do it? Yeah, if any team's gonna probably do it right now, you got Texas, the Georgias of the world, the Alabamas. But they don't have experience playing there. A, because they're not in the Big Ten. B, they've been, Big 12, now they're in the SEC. I just I'm going with Michigan on this one.
Uh, well, I'm gonna go Texas. I picked them to win the national championship, so if they lose this game, they're pretty much
Yeah.
but they got a
Well,
tough
I don't think
schedule.
they'll be out of it because you got
This
the
is a
12-team
huge
playoff, but it's a
this
huge
is
game.
huge game, huge early season game, and I give kudos to both athletic departments for scheduling a game like this that we get to watch it and enjoy it.
Right.
I think it being a noon kickoff,
Oh, wow.
I think a noon kickoff may actually help Michigan, you know, because that'll be 11 a.m. kickoff. I think I think I got to figure out where Michigan is on the map when it comes to daylight, the hour change, but I know Texas is Central Standard Time. So, I just I don't know what Michigan is, but I think it's going to be a tough game. But I think that the quarterback play with Quentin Ewers is going to be the big difference maker here.
Mhm.
And I think that kid's a stud, and he is slinging the ball right now. So I'm going to go Texas and you know move on to the NFL. So all right, so I kind of know where you're going to go with this one, but we got Baltimore Ravens against Kansas City Chiefs. Obviously, Kansas City Chiefs looking for the three-peat. Had a great year last year's, kind of retooled a little bit with some new receivers. Unfortunately, Hollywood Brown's not going to be playing this week. He's got that SC injury, the sternoclavicular joint injury. But you still have got Rashee Rice there. You still got Xavier Worthy now. Kelsey's ready to go. But I saw a stat today, and this kind of, I was going to go Kansas City, but then I saw a stat, and this stat kind of made me change a little bit, and kind of go to Baltimore. So I'm going to pick Baltimore. Lamar Jackson, I think it was like 5-0 in opening season games, and he's got a 12 touchdown to 2 interception ratio. I think John Harbaugh is going to make a statement. He is going to come out and he's going to throw the kitchen sink at Kansas City, national television. We remember what happened last year. Well,
Yeah,
remember what happened last year.
hold on a second.
Oh, yeah, Scott's had enough. Had enough of me talking about it.
No, I get it. I get it.
Uh,
You see that right there?
yeah, I see it.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Um,
So, but I think John Harbaugh's going to throw the kitchen sink at him. I think they're going to come out with a different spread look. I think the key factor is going to be Zay Flowers. I think that kid's going to have a huge year this
that
year.
guy's good.
He's a good player coming into his second year. I think he's going to be the difference maker. And you got Derrick Henry running the ball over there too. So
He did hurt them in the championship game with
yeah. So I'm going to go Baltimore on this one. Maybe.
yeah, I mean, I don't obviously think obviously it's gonna be a good game tomorrow night. I don't think that's a bad pick. Arrowhead's always tough to win at. Yeah, you got Lamar Jackson there and those stats. The key though, no matter what he does tomorrow, is how he plays at the end of the season. Because what has always happened, they've always kind of fell apart at the end of the season when he's had an MVP year.
Yep, I know.
Look at Mahomes and them last year. They lost to Detroit by what, maybe a point or a field goal the first
Yeah,
game.
it's a good game, really good game.
People were doubting them all season, doubting them and doubting them. They ended up obviously winning it all, trying to go for the three-peat this year. It's gonna be tough. They got a great team. Yeah, they'd probably have a little bit better shot if Hollywood Brown was there, but I can't go against my Chiefs. Hey,
I know.
I know they're it'd be different if I knew they were a bad team, but they're still a pretty good team. It's at Arrowhead. I can't go against them.
Yeah,
So I'm
yeah,
and you got Mahomes, you got those stats with Lamar Jackson, but you can't ever count Mahomes out.
I know. All right, next game.
Oh man, I don't really know how to pick this one. I think both teams should technically have a decent year, but um Dallas has fallen short of expectations the last few years, big time, and they've got some pretty high expectations this year, and um, they better reach them, or there might be a lot of people out of there. I I don't know. I'm probably gonna go with Dallas in this one. Don't have a lot of reasons why, but I do like one of their second year running backs, Deuce Vaughn, who was a running back at Kansas State, small kid, but a heck of a player, heck of a guy. I think he made the roster this year
He did.
again.
Yeah, he did.
So yeah, I'm gonna go with Dallas.
See, I am going with Cleveland on this one, and for the exact reason why you're talking about. You got Deuce Vaughn at running back. You got Ezekiel Elliott at running back. You've got Rico Dowdle at running back. That is not a great running back room, in my
No,
opinion, in my
no.
thoughts. So I think Cleveland is going to really sit on the pass. They think they got a great defense with Miles Garrett out there. And I think that he's gonna pin his ears back and he's gonna be going after Dak. Um, I think Cleveland's gonna be a interesting team to watch this year. Really depends on how
Right.
Deshaun Watson plays and everything, but I'm gonna go with the Browns on this one.
Yep.
So the next one we got the Rams, LA Rams, at Detroit. I'm picking Detroit here. I like the Lions. I like everything Dan Campbell's doing out there. I think they are an awesome team. They're
Yep.
playing in the dome, playing at home. Jared Goff is awesome at home. I know they're talking the Rams are going to have this is a revenge game. Matthew Stafford from the I get it. I think this is going to be a high scoring game too. I think this will be a shootout. We're looking at high 40s for one of the teams. I think, low 40s for the other. I think this you're looking at 44, 46, 48 to like 40.
Yeah.
I'm excited about this one. So but I think Detroit's going to pull it out. I think they're gonna be they're a contender this year, and their O line is so good. Their D line's good.
Right.
Watch out for Detroit.
Yeah, I like what Dan Campbell's done there. Some people are high on the Rams. I just don't think they have the team to do it this year. They could. They're still really good. But yeah, I think I'm going with Detroit in this one. I know their video coordinator, worked with him up at UConn. Um, Good guy. I wish him the best. Would love to see him go on and win an NFC championship and possibly Super Bowl if the Chiefs don't do it. But I think they got a good team too in general. Dan Campbell's done well. They beat the Chiefs the first preseason game too. Granted it's preseason, but
I think they should have beat the 49ers last year and been in the Super Bowl. That's my thought. They just
right,
made some
right,
mistakes, which I think they're gonna learn from.
right. So I'm going with them too. Helps if I spell the name right too. So
Yep, there you go. So Monday Night Football. Monday Night Football. Go
yeah.
for it.
Oh man. I think I don't know. I don't think I could pick the Jets in this one. They got Aaron Rodgers. But I still think they kind of lack some of the experience at the other positions, especially when you got a team like the 49ers coming back who could possibly make the Super Bowl again and possibly win it. I've got to go with the 49ers in this one, just with the experience, the depth, you know. So yeah.
Yep. I'm gonna agree with you on that. I'm gonna pick the 49ers also. I think they've had a lot of offseason stuff going on with the Brandon Ayuk and the Trent Williams holdouts and stuff like that. A lot of people have talked about it, but until you beat them and knock them off the horse, I think you got to go with them, especially at home on Monday night. I think the Jets are going to try to come out. I wouldn't be surprised if the Jets are up early, if they kind of come out there, punch them in the mouth quick, get up maybe 14-3 or something like that. And then I can just slowly see the 49ers.
And Rogers stay healthy.
Yeah, and well, that's obviously a key. You know, he had a bad luck injury last year with the Achilles. Hey, I hate it for the guy.
Mhm.
But you know, he's come back, and I think this is, you know, the Jets have kind of thrown everything into the kitchen sink on this one. This is their year to make a stand and make a run. And if they don't do it, I don't know how many people are going to be around. You know, uh,
Yeah, and I,
so
I get they've thrown the kitchen sink, but you kind of got to build up to that too. You worked in
oh
NFL,
yeah,
you worked in college. You don't just go win a Super Bowl or go win a national championship. It builds through the years. And yeah, I'm a diehard Chiefs fan, but that's why the Chiefs have been so successful.
sure.
They've built an organization, not just from players, but support staff.
Yeah, no
Too.
doubt.
That's key. And you know how important support staff is in an organization, just like I do.
Sure.
So I just don't think the Jets have that right now. And yeah, I'm 49ers. So
Well, it's exciting times. Football starting back up. You know, golf's finishing up, and they'll be going into the President's Cup and some other stuff coming up here. But really excited about where we're at in sports, and hopefully we can keep our game going, golf game going. Don't know how much. I'm going to try to maybe get out here and play nine eventually this week. We'll see how it goes. I got softball going on with the girls, and you're obviously heading out of town for the weekend, so don't know how
yep.
much golf I'm going to play coming up. But at least the weather's cooling off.
Oh yeah.
Beautiful this
Humidity's
morning.
there'll be some good fall golf at some
Yeah,
point.
so we're gonna get some good fall golf in here, and we'll take a lot of videos and pictures, and then go from there. But
Everybody have a good safe weekend. If you're tuning in, hit that subscribe button. We appreciate the support. Even if you don't agree with us, put your comments below. But everybody be safe and enjoy
see you
the
next week.
content.
See you next week.